Happy March and happy Women's History Month, and welcome in to another edition of your favorite podcast, Burgers and Brats. Got a lot to break down for you guys. A lot happening in the sports world. NBA coming back from the All-Star break. We are winding down the final end of the 2023 season. We got some MLB baseball. Spring training is going on, and we got some NFL combine news. And stay tuned for later in the show. We'll bring on Hailey Brewer to talk the feud between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. Yeah, that's right. It's a pop culture podcast. Gonna be talking the triangle between Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and Hailey Bieber, all that and more coming up on this episode. But first, make sure you follow on any streaming service, any platform at Burgers and Brats. That's Burgers ampersand Brats. And stay up to date with latest news on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Burgers and Brats. Today's podcast sponsored by Hefner Eye Care, best eyeglass or best eye care company in the nation. Go check them out on 5757 Northwest 132nd Street in Oklahoma City. Got to get contacts, glasses, sunglasses, anything you need. They can do it for you. Great staff, great products. Hefner Eye Care. Call them, schedule your exam today at 405-728-8853. So let's get down to, lots happening on, go through some sports headlines first, then we'll talk some pop culture news. Yeah, we're all waiting, we're all watching, we're all paying attention to Selena and Hailey Bieber. Team Selena or Team Bieber? You'll find out which I'm on later on. The Bucks go on a 15-game winning streak. Yeah, the Bucks, man, they are looking good. That's very quiet winning streak. Beating some good teams, but happened before the All-Star break. It's continuing now. They're the number one seed in the East. Only half a game up on the Celtics, though. So they did need that 14-15 game winning streak to stay at top. But I think it's Bucks and Celtics in the East. That's it. Those two teams are starting to separate from the rest of the pack, from the Sixers, and then it just drops off from there. So they're looking good for the Bucks right now. Durant made his debut for the Phoenix Suns. Dropped 30 some odd points. I hate to say it, but the Suns, they're looking like contenders. I mean, you add KD, he's a lethal shooter. I mean, he's easy money sniper for a reason. We'll see if Booker, CP3 can stay healthy, but they did look very good in their debut. Got a big win. So right now, the Suns are the 4 seed. They are 10 games back from the 1 seed. And all 5 games back from the 2 seed. So there's still a lot of ground to catch up just to make the 2 seed for them. And I mean, they are, let's see, 5.5 games from the 13th seed, 3 games from the final play-in spot. So, I mean, it could go either way depending on injuries for this team. But you add a shooter like Kevin Durant, and you're expected to make a deep run into the playoffs, and I think they can. With Durant healthy. You get the Warriors healthy coming in too. Steph Curry should be back soon. But big news for the team out west, the Los Angeles City. Talk Clippers in a second, but Lakers, LeBron James, a high ankle sprain, bad ankle sprain. Said he heard it pop. They're going to reassess him in 2 weeks. So not even that's not good. Reassessing means you're still going to be out after that 2 weeks. So Lakers did get a win the other night, but they are 1 game back from the play-in. And if they have LeBron, I think this team would make the playoffs with the 6 seed. But since no LeBron, it is going to be tough. A very uphill battle for this team to make the playoffs. They possibly can make the play-in. I think Jazz, maybe Timberwolves, Pelicans. I think those could easily switch in of some of those teams when they start failing down the stretch because they haven't been able to. They're not elite teams that have made playoff pushes like that yet. So don't have the experience for the Jazz and Pelicans. Jazz do have that. They trade their whole assets away, but and then LaMelo Ball, pretty much the same injury, saying the exact same thing LeBron did. I heard it pop with his ankle sprain the other night, so he'll probably have the similar timeline of being out. Bad news for Charlotte, but I mean, they're second to last in the Eastern Conference. No way they're making the playoffs or the play-in, so it doesn't really impact their standings. But LaMelo, a nice player. It's not good news for the Hornets fans. And then The Mavericks, sitting at the 17 right now, half a game back from the actual playoffs. Uh, Kyrie and Luca, I mean, they're great basketball players. I remember when this trade happened. Can it work? I don't think it could. I want it to work because these are some two great basketball players, some phenomenal basketball players, playing with each other. But I mean, they've lost consecutive games. I mean, one, two, three, four, five. They lost five out of their last six, and then pretty sure that's three of the last four with Luca and Kyrie playing together. Especially with the 27-point come from behind loss to the Lakers. They're up 27 points on the Lakers the other day and gave up that game as an L. You can't do that, especially when these West seedings are so close and so tight. You cannot be blowing 27-point leads like that. So we'll see how it plays out. But Mavericks, don't know if it's gonna work with Luka and Kyrie. Those probably be Kyrie's last year in Dallas. Um, some news, and then last news in the NBA, a formal or an athletic poll came out over with some former players' feedback over what they like, what they don't like in the NBA. Can you tell me who they believe the number one player in the league is? Who former players, retired players, believe the number one player in the league is right now? LeBron James, yes. Former players, LeBron James is the number one player according to them in the NBA. I mean, it's a fair assessment right there. I mean, I definitely say top 100% top five. Give me top five for sure in this league. The number one favorite player they like to watch the most? Can you tell me that? Steph Curry, their favorite to watch, which is kind of crazy because uh that old time the game's so much different now with the shooting. It's just kind of crazy they think that Steph is their favorite because he's just I mean, he can do more, but he's a 3-point specialist. Shoot the ball out. Uh, no driving, really. Just spot up, shoot, catch off the dribble. But Steph Curry is number one, followed by John Morant as their number two favorite player to watch. And then number three, the back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic. Four, Kevin Durant. And number five, Luka Doncic. Top five players, four former NBA players to watch. So a pretty good list right there for the former players. NBA season. I mean, we're winding down, guys. We are winding down some games coming up. We got, let's see, we got Brooklyn, Boston. Boston easily in that one. Memphis, Denver rematch tonight, 9 p.m. ESPN. I mean, Memphis just smoked Denver last week when these two teams played, or actually Monday when these two teams played. Give me Denver is a 5.5-point favorite. Give me Denver in this one rematch. Nuggets take it. Two games in the West are going to have significant seeding consequences. The Clippers and the Kings. Kings have looked. They've looked good. They've had a tough schedule last three games. They have not won with Russell Westbrook. They have not won with Russell Westbrook in the game, but I think Russell Westbrook is not the problem in this. He's getting a good average. I mean, 17 points, 14 points. He averaged a triple double, and he got a triple double in two of them. Close on the other one, so it is not all on Westbrook. I mean, this Clippers team has played three really good teams. I mean, they played Denver. They won a triple or quadruple overtime against the Kings the other night, game of the year, and then they played another really good team. So all losses, but very close losses in that aspect. So I'm the Clippers over Sacktown in that one, and then Minnesota and the Lakers. No LeBron. I think Minnesota's kind of fading though. Haven't really heard much from them. Give me the Lakers. No LeBron, but at home. And then you got Philly, Milwaukee on Saturday. Philly lost to Mavs last night, so give me Milwaukee in this one. They're hot, like I mentioned. They're on a 14, 15 game winning streak right now. So they are playing really good basketball. It's hard to beat that team. So give me Milwaukee over Philadelphia in that one. And then Sunday, you got Phoenix and Dallas. It's going to be a phenomenal game. KD making his primetime debut against Dallas and against his former teammate Kyrie Irving. Oh, give me the Suns in that one. I'll take the Suns. It's hard to stop D-Book, Kevin Durant, and Chris Paul. So, and then another good game, New York and Boston. New York's won, I believe, 7 straight since they've got Josh Hart. But give me Boston this one. Second best team in the East right now. Could be first by the time that game happens. Give me Boston over the New York Knickerbockers. All right, some NFL Bengals say they are not trading T. Higgins, but Joe Mixon could be a cap casualty. I love Joe Mixon. That's my boy. Got me a poster of him in my room. Got his jersey. It's gonna be sad to see him go, but bring him to the Denver Broncos, baby. We'll pay whatever he wants. Joe Mixon, a great running back for the Bengals. I think it'd be sad to let him go, but Samaje Perine, a great backup as well. So could be RB1. But sad to see Mixon if he's not a Bengal. I think Bengals pay him, man. He's worth that money. Can catch the ball, he can run the ball, and do it all. I mean, Bengals are smart. Do not trade T. Higgins. Man was on my fantasy team. He was getting better touches than Jamar Chase most of the season. So keep that man. Do not trade him. Unless you're getting multiple first rounders, I might. Aaron Rodgers, he is finally out of the dark. Don't really know what this man has been doing. Don't know how long he was down there. Don't really care. But he says his decision is coming soon. He promised. We'll see. We'll see about that. It's been a long time. Season ended a while ago. Still dragging it on. Packers GM though says there's been little to no zero contact since the end of season interviews. It's not a good sign if you're Packers fans. But if you're Packers fans, I don't know why you want him. I don't think I'd want him back. I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers, but man, it's 39. You're gonna owe him $60 million next year as a 40-year-old. I'm not paying this man $60 million. I'm not doing it. Trade him. Get some aspects. Because some teams, some desperate teams, are going to pay big money. They will take that money and pay Aaron Rodgers. You don't have to do it, Green Bay. Do not do it. I would trade Aaron Rodgers if I was Packers. But the longer it drags on, the more likely he stays in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers' next team is the favorites. Raiders are minus 200, Jets plus 140, Titans at 900, and 49ers 1,600. And I like the Patriots here at 2,000. So some good betting odds right there. I think the Raiders are a great fit. I mean, Josh McDaniels sucks. Yeah, he's not a good coach, but you've got some playmakers all around you, especially if you can keep Josh Jacobs. Probably he's gone though. Reunite with Devontae Adams. You got Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow. You got Max Crosby on the other side. You got a really good team if you can get a good coach and a decent quarterback behind the helm. The quarterback knows what he's doing. So I wouldn't like seeing. I don't think I'd care if he came to the Raiders. I don't know how much it would matter, but they do have a good team out there, and I think they're a pretty experienced quarterback away from making a okay playoff run. Speaking of that quarterback, Derek Carr's next team, New York Jets are the favorite in that one. So kind of flip flops with the Aaron Rodgers news. The Panthers at plus 200, Saints at plus 250, and the Bucks at 1,200. I mean, Jets or Panthers, it doesn't really matter where he goes. Neither team's gonna win with him. I think he'd be better off with going to the Jets because maybe a better head coaching situation and maybe a little better decent team behind him. I mean, you could see this Jets team could win some games and their defense is looking really good. So I'd go to the Jets on that one. In the Major League Baseball news, the Orioles and Pirates play an umpless bottom ninth inning game. The game ended top of the ninth with a ground out to short. And let's see, the Orioles game ended, but they wanted to keep pitching, get their kind of rookies some playing minutes, some playing time. So for the love of the game, the Pirates stayed out there and amused the Orioles to let them get some extra pitches in for their relievers. So that was pretty cool to see. And then Yankees relief pitcher uh, Wandy Peltra struck out a batter in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. That's how fast this game is going now. We are striking out batters in 20 seconds. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm really a fan of the pitch clock right now. I do like how fast it's making it go. I mean, we saw Jose Altuve hit like 6 inside the park home runs by the time one pitcher threw one strike. If you saw that mashup on Twitter, you go check it out. Like, but there have been times you could run a Kentucky Derby in the amount of time it takes a pitcher to throw a ball to the batter. That's how long it takes sometimes. So 20 seconds to get a strikeout. I, I mean, going into some of these games, I went to the Yankees Cardinals game last year. I mean, it took nearly 4 hours for some of these games. We had to leave early. Like 4 hours is way too long for some of these baseball games. Just to sit there. The game's okay when you like your team playing. It's kind of fun to go to a ballpark, but if you don't know anyone, like it's harder to know some of these players. It more than 3 hours, it's just too much, especially because it's during the summer too, and it's so hot. It just stays so hot in some of these places. Weather changes, and it can be kind of boring to get into the game of baseball. So, like, see how this goes. But pitch clock, I mean, already seen Machado get like an automatic strike. Saw a game in. There was a grand slam opportunity. Game ended because of the pitch clock. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm more or less indifferent about this right now. All right, before we move into Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber drama, let's go to On This Day in History, sponsored by Hefner Eye Care. Call them, get your next eye exam at 405-728-8853, located on 5757 Northwest 132nd Street, Oklahoma City. 1983, the final TV episode of MASH airs, and it received 125 million views in the U.S. 1983, MASH. Haven't seen it. Great show, though, I'm told. 1827, the first Mardi Gras celebration happened in New Orleans. Love me some Mardi Gras. Love it. And then 1963, Mickey Mantle signs a contract worth, get this, $100,000. Yeah, 1963. Contracts from one of the greatest of all time. $100,000. He'd only play 65 games in that season, his shortest season in his career. 172 at bats, 40 runs, 54 hits, 15 home runs. So not bad. Not bad for the legend Mickey Mantle, grandma's favorite player. Oklahoma boy right there. Happy birthday, Marian Anderson, Bugsy Siegel, and John Steinbeck. So good birthdays, good on this day in history, sponsored by Hefner Eye Care. All right, now we are going to be talking the pop culture news heard around the world. Hailey Bieber, Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, Kendall Jenner, Kylie Jenner. We got it all. And here to help us break it all down, Haley Brower join us. Haley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you got it. If you want, you can give out your social medias for everyone listening.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Hailey Haley _ Brower Brower.
All right, so Haley talking Haley. Who spelled their name right on this one?
That's the real question. You know, the Haley is simple. It's classic. Oh,
I don't know. I might be on the Bieber side on this one. I only know the HAI. So, but we'll get plenty of hate to give out to Haley for other reasons as well. So Hailey Bieber, Selena Gomez, kind of been pitted as rivals since I guess 2018. When Selena Gomez is on again, off again boyfriend. I don't know if you heard of him, Justin Bieber. They dated for 8 years, on and off again. 8 years? I can't believe that. Well, 6 months after they broke up, Hailey Bieber and them got together.
that is true. I will say that Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber, they dated while Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were on and off. So it wasn't like they started dating in 2018, they got married in 2018. It was like they had dated, and Justin Bieber had even said in an interview one time, like, what if this is the girl I end up marrying? I don't want to date when I'm not ready and ruin things. So they have a history. And Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber have a history. There's tons of history on both sides. I mean, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez started dating in 2011, and they didn't call it quits until 2018 for real. So they definitely had more history. Hailey was also in there during that time every once in a while. Hailey was actually a big fan of Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, what we like to call Jelena. I don't know if you've heard that one. That's Justin and Selena.
I have heard of that one.
Yeah. She was a fan of Jelena. There's pictures of her when she's real little, like holding up little teen magazines with Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez on them, because she was actually a fan.
No, well, I've got a tweet here from September 29th, 2011. 2011 from Haley Baldwin, now known as Haley Bieber.
Yeah.
I don't care what I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream. #word is what Haley Baldwin said in 2011. So, I mean, this girl's been a Jelena fan since the beginning.
I mean, who wasn't? In 2011,
I wasn't, because I
13.
wanted Selena Gomez. I wanted Selena. I would
But
hate
like,
Bieber.
were you big on the Wizards of Waverly Place scene?
I was.
She was, I mean, she was the it girl at the time. And he came out with Baby in 2010. So obviously this is his prime time, you know? I was watching his music videos, and then they get together. It was, everyone was in on it, you know? Everyone was rooting for him. So I don't blame Hailey, you know? But things changed. They were on and off, you know? And then they got married, Hailey and Justin.
I mean, but they got married like a month, 1 month after they started real dating.
But they had dated before.
For 2 months.
In 2015, they had dated. I don't know how long it was, but there was history.
Couldn't have been more than years. I mean, these people were hitching the wagons fast. They were on the Oregon Trail hitching. They were going fast on that one.
They were. But after they got married, everything kind of died down for a few years. Like that was in 2018, and there wasn't much scandal other than people being like, you stole Justin Bieber from Selena. There wasn't like a lot of hate happening between them until recently, right? So that's when we get into like all this new news that's going on. So in 2022, it really all kind of started when Hailey Bieber was on the Call Me Daddy podcast. I don't know if you've seen the videos of her from this podcast, but this is the first time she even admits it, that she's ever talked about like Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber and herself. Like the first time she's ever really talked about what happened between all three of them. And she, on the Call Me Daddy podcast, she makes it very
clear.
We're
not promoting that podcast. I don't like that podcast.
Don't listen to
that. That podcast
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I've never listened to it. But she said that there was never any overlap in them dating. She wanted to make that very clear. A lot of people were like thinking maybe Justin Bieber had cheated with Hailey. That's why him and Selena broke it off. Him and Hailey got married. But she made it clear that never happened. All she said was like they had history, her and Justin, and then they ended up getting married. So there wasn't any scandal there.
Yeah,
but she talked.
I don't buy it. It's Hollywood.
It is. But I think Selena Gomez, well, I don't know. I don't know if she's the type to really speak on that either, to be honest. But maybe she would have told us if like there was a cheating incident. But she received lots of hate. I mean, Hailey Bieber was getting like death threats from fans. They were like, you ruined Jelena. We hate you. We want you dead. She talks on this podcast about how much hate she got, which Selena Gomez commented back to and was like, this is so true. I hate seeing hate. Like, you shouldn't hate anyone because, you know, she's such a sweetheart. She's America's
She's
angel.
perfect. Selena Gomez is perfect.
So she was like, don't hate on anyone. I hate to hear this. I hate to hear that you guys have been hating on her. We have no hate between us. And then they even posted a picture that was pretty popular of the two of them together. And it went around for a while, and people were like, look, no beef, no bad blood. Like, they're all good. And that was in 2022. So everyone, I was like, this is great. This is the last we ever hear about them. But apparently not.
No.
Nope. We're going to hear about them way more. It all started with a TikTok.
You take it. I'm gonna chill real quick. You just talk.
Okay. Well, as most things, it all started with a TikTok. Hailey Bieber posted a video of her, some model that I've never heard of, and I think it was Kendall Jenner. And it could have been Kylie, but I think it was Kendall. I get them confused. Anyway, it was like them mouthing along to a TikTok sound of like something like, you know, God's timing is always right. She
It was some Mean
deserves
Girls,
it.
right?
What?
Thought I heard it was some Mean Girls or something. You talk, I'll chill.
I don't know. I've seen Mean Girls and it wasn't something that I recognized.
May have
So,
been different.
maybe.
May have been a different one.
Maybe. But this one basically said God's timing is always right and she deserves it. Obviously, the speculators out there were like, who is this she that they're referring to? And this was right after Selena Gomez was getting hate for like gaining a lot of weight. Pictures of Selena Gomez were going around. People were like, she looks like a whale. They were saying terrible things about her. And so people thought this was in response to that, and that Hailey was hating on Selena once again. Selena did not seem upset by this. She was like, she didn't say like, I'm sure it's not about me, but she did comment to some people and say like, it's okay. I'm used to the hate. I know how to handle it. So she wasn't really clear on whether or not she thought it was hate, but she might have. Then, like, the drama is real. The drama gets real because Selena Gomez posts a picture of her, like, doing her eyebrows wrong. What some would call over laminating her eyebrows. And they don't look good. And the same day, Kylie Jenner posts like a screenshot of her on FaceTime with Hailey Bieber, and it's zoomed in on their eyebrows, and they're talking about like how they met. They were like, "Is this a mistake?" Question mark or something.
I got it right here. I got it pulled up. I'm ready to talk about it.
Yes. What do they say? Do they
it
say
just says that Hailey Bieber. That's all it says.
Yeah. So them two were on they were on FaceTime, and she posted that, and she even came on Twitter later and tweeted no hate at Selena, added her and everything,
Yeah,
and was
right,
like, we
man.
didn't even know that she posted pictures of her eyebrows.
Yeah, you don't go and randomly post a picture, two people holding both their eyebrows open like that.
And like it happens to be like your ex-boyfriend's wife.
No, you don't do that. And I mean, this Hailey girl has stolen all of Selena's swag, man. Like her cooking show. I mean, Selena was what was that? You see that phrase Selena would say the whole time? She'd say some phrase and have like a cookie jar. So she would put money in it if she said it. And then a week later, Hailey's on her cooking show saying the exact same phrases. Like, you don't say those phrases. And then, so yeah, Selena had her cooking show, showing her house, had her family in it. And then Hailey starts doing her own, showing her whole house, her family, and everything.
Yeah. And there's like tons. Fans have been going deep into history to find similar things. Like Selena Gomez is on video in an interview. People are like, what is one thing you would want everyone to know about you? And Selena Gomez says, I just want them to know my heart. And we love Selena. She's a sweetheart. And then Hailey Bieber goes on some show and someone's like, what is one thing you would want the fans to know or something? And she's like, Hailey's like, I would want them to know my heart. And everyone then it's boo, we hate you. But I mean, that's a pretty general thing to say. Like fans are really getting upset about this. I'm sure many celebrities have said that. There's also like Selena Gomez saying, the first CD she ever bought was Britney Spears. She loves Britney Spears. And then Hailey Bieber saying the first CD she ever bought was Britney Spears.
I mean,
It was the 90s. It was everyone's first CD was
yeah,
Britney Spears.
but Haley's a little, isn't Haley a little younger?
I think Hailey is a little, oh, just, not much, not much.
Not much, but still,
I
like,
mean, it's
if
Britney
there's that
Spears. She's an
many,
icon.
still though, if there's that many coincidences and everything, your first CD ever. I mean, you probably don't even remember your first CD. Your dad bought you some CD.
Mine
Like,
was the Jonas Brothers. So
I don't ever remember
every
a
young
CD
girl
in my
remembers.
life. I don't think I ever bought a CD in my life. I mean, I'm only like 14, but
Yeah, you look it.
it's like clean shaven.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's too many coincidences for her. And and I don't know how she said my heart. So I mean, if they said it kind of the same way, uh, yeah, definitely see that. It could be
Kind
taken
of, but
text, but
if
I don't
you're
I don't
really
ever see
trying
any,
to,
I don't ever remember. I don't watch interviews, but I don't ever remember anyone saying my heart. You don't really say that. I don't think you say that really. I wouldn't say my heart.
I
Like,
mean,
what is Hailey Bieber even known for? What is that girl even known for, dude? What has she ever done in her
her dad
life?
is famous and she's a model.
Yeah,
She's
but
a,
what the
like,
hell has she ever done in her life to guarantee like this success? She no, she should not be famous. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm full
this
on the
is like
Hailey
the
Baldwin.
classic, this is the classic nepo baby thing,
That's the
her
classic
parents were
Jenner
famous.
baby. The classic
Yeah,
Jenner baby. You should not be famous. You don't do jack.
exactly. She's famous because she's a model, but
Does she even
because of
have
her
like
dad.
makeup? I'm sure maybe like water bottles, maybe some of that stuff. That's probably all she does. She's not in is she even in TV or music? Does she make music? Does she do anything
No, I
besides
mean
steal
Justin
Selena
Bieber wrote
Gomez's
this like
man?
whole album about her, but I'm
Mm.
sure you haven't
And
heard
then
it.
and
So
then yeah, she was talking smack about my girl T Swift too in 2017.
okay,
Like,
that's where
come on, man.
that's where it really peaks. Okay, because
Like, back off Selena and T Swift. Get
Selena
out
and
of
T
my
Swift are like
life.
best friends in
Yeah.
Hollywood, and this old video, super old video. To be fair, like this was not recently of um of Hailey like surfaced where she's at some award show. Who knows why? Again, she's not famous. And someone says like Taylor Swift, and Hailey makes like a gagging motion, like, and Selena comments on this video from a long time ago that is resurfaced and says, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game."
She is the
And
best. Still.
that's, I think, where Selena made her biggest like misstep,
Jab.
because the whole time she's been so nice. She's been like, "No, guys, it's
It's not even
fine."
a jab.
It's not, but it's Selena, and she's the sweetheart. So
Like, she said nothing wrong about that. She didn't
you're right.
go at Haley at all.
You're right.
She's making a fact statement.
She was, but it's like this is an old video. Why do we care right now? The fans cared though. I can tell you that because the fans went crazy, of course. Team Jelena, whatever. Selena hates her. They hate each other. And that's when Selena had had enough. Selena goes on TikTok. She goes live and she says, "I am taking a break from all social media because I am 30 and I'm too old for this." So since then, Selena has taken a break from social media, and pretty much all of Hailey's Instagram, TikTok, all her comments are disabled because she's been getting so much hate recently. But like, I mean, does she deserve the hate is really the question. Selena would say no,
I would say yes.
just because she's
1000%. Justin Bieber doesn't even like this girl, man. There's so many videos where this dude's getting out of his car. He closes the door behind her. He just leaves her in the car, walks in front of her. Like, this man does not want this bozo. Kick her to the curb, bro. Take Selena back, man. Come on. What do you
again, he wrote a whole love album about her, and there's a
He
song
didn't write. He's
called
got
Hailey.
ghostwriters that wrote it. He didn't do it.
He does. He does.
He didn't want to do
But
it. He paid someone to do it.
there's a song
Didn't think
called
of all that.
Hailey on the deluxe album, and it's beautiful. I think he loves her.
Yeah, and maybe just talking about you, Hailey. You spell it
Yeah,
right.
it's not spelled right, but that's okay.
And I mean, I don't think this man likes her. I'm with him too if he doesn't. She doesn't do anything, and to go on TV and go, come on, man, you know what you're doing. Um,
But I will say, when I saw Justin Bieber in concert in March of 2022, he, like, during his last song, there's like a big screen behind him that's been projecting stuff the whole time. And it's just all different pictures of him and Hailey together while he's singing this song. And I about cried. I about cried. It was so cute. It was the sweetest thing I've ever seen. I truly think that they are very in love.
Hope it doesn't seem like it.
Oh, okay.
Not from some things I've seen.
Just from a
Hope not.
man's
So
point
there's
of
a chance
view.
for Jelena. Yeah, that's true.
Don't you want Selena to be single?
That is very true.
30? Is 30 too old for you?
Oh, not for me. Not for Selena. Not for me. Selena,
Justin
you
Bieber.
watching? DM me. All right. DM me. Um, and then you had Kendall Jenner admitting she never saw the marriage coming with Bieber and Haley. So you saw that
Every
video where Bieber or with Haley just going in the background.
I haven't seen that
You
one.
ever seen that video? Yeah, there's a video where they're on FaceTime and she's like, Kendall's like, yeah, I never saw this coming. And then Haley's emotions go from while she's talking. So that was pretty fun to watch. Um,
Yeah, I mean, Justin Bieber's mom even commented at one point. She posted a tweet. She tweeted. She was like something like, "Hate is ugly. Don't be ugly." And that about summed it up for me right there. Because personally, Justin Bieber
that's your
can make
boy.
his own decisions, but also, I mean, he is my boy, and my name's Hailey, so
Yeah.
But anyway, I personally think all the hate is a little too much. Okay, we're really reading into things. The Britney Spears thing, we're reading into it. The eyebrows thing, we're reading into it.
Come
Okay,
on, man. Nothing is by accident, Haley. Nothing in this
and
world is by accident.
when
I
your whole
promise
life
you.
is broadcasted, I guarantee you there could be another, little
Every little
brunette
thing,
5'4" girl out there who has said the same thing as me before.
every little thing is put out there on purpose. I post on purpose. I know these celebrities post on purpose. I know it. Every little thing is for them, for people to get context clues. And Drake's the best at
You
that. Have you ever seen Drake do some context clues or something like his little mini like subtle hints? He's the best at that. But everything is posted for a reason.
I think that's a conspiracy. I think
I
that's
do
a
it. I know
conspiracy.
they do it. All right. Because they know everything's gonna be analyzed. They know everything will be analyzed.
They
Anything else?
do, and it's too much.
Yeah. So sounds like you're kind of Team Haley now.
I'm not Team Hailey.
Okay.
I
Let's say
will.
this, that would be the last time you're on the podcast. Fine.
I am actually. I'll share when I share my burger and brat which team I'm on.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. So nothing else to add on this Selena and
I
Bieber.
mean, that's pretty much it. They both have. I mean, Selena's off social media right now. Hailey's comments are all disabled. So until someone starts posting more shade and people start pulling up old videos to compare them, that's all we got.
All right. Well, when to start posting, I'll make sure to have you on. In that case, Team Selena right there. Selena, we love you, Team Selena. All right. Let's move into the final segment. Who we sharing our burger and brat with? Would you like to start?
I would love to start. Thank you. Um, okay. Given all this discussion, I don't know if you know this, but March is National Women's History Month.
Well,
And this being the beginning of
listen to the
March,
beginning of the podcast.
what?
Yeah,
Crazy. Good for
they
you.
already
Good for
know,
you.
Haley. They already.
Okay, well, because of that, I am going to share my burger and brat with Selena and
No.
Hailey because I am going to go full women supporting women. And I'm gonna say, all you women out there who are hating on Hailey, who are hating on Selena, let's just support other women and let's let them be adults who can say that they want to like Britney Spears without us like reading that much into it. So that's who I'm sharing my Burger and Brat with because I want to show both of them love and I support them.
All right, good burger and brat. I'm actually gonna split mine down the middle today too. Uh, give my burger to Nikola Jokic, a sixth player ever to reach 100 triple doubles in his career. And I mean, he's got a couple more years. He got at least a decade more to go in this. So I mean, joins the links of Magic Johnson, LeBron, Jason Kidd, Russell Westbrook, Oscar Robertson. So great company for Nikola Jokic to enter sixth ever to 100 triple doubles. And he did this as the center, the only center to do this. So pretty remarkable feat. And then sharing my brought with OBX season 3, Outer Banks season 3 just came out last week. Finally finished it this week. Bring it on home, John B. Oh, great series.
I'm a JJ girl.
Yeah, JJ girl. I like me some John B, some Sarah Cameron. I like JJ. JJ's funny. Uh, he's really funny, but started out slow, but I think an overall great season from Outer Banks and should be a very fun season 4 already been renewed. So share my burger and brat with Nikola Jokic and Outer Banks season 3. Yeah, go find El Dorado, everyone. Burgers and Brats is El Dorado. All right, Hailey, thank you so much for coming on. If you like, give out your socials for everyone listening.
Yeah, one more time. I'm on Instagram at Hailey, HALEY _ Brower, BROWER.
All right. Everyone, thank you all for listening. Make sure to follow the podcast on any platform, any streaming service at Burgers and Brats. That's Burgers & Brats. And stay up to date with latest news on Twitter, Instagram, and hopefully you just watch on YouTube at Burgers and Brats. Thank you all for listening. Take care. Stay safe. Team Selena.